Hey everyone, welcome to or back to the channel. My name is Hunter Houck, and in today's video I'm going to be answering all sorts of questions that you guys asked me that I put into a document and then cut out on pieces of paper so that I can have more dramatic effect. I asked them over on Instagram, Twitter, and the community tab, so I think I got a wide variety of questions from all of you guys, and I'm super excited to answer them all in today's video. So before I start drawing questions out of here, I'm just going to answer a few super, overall questions that a lot of people ask me, super general questions. And the first one is, what was your favorite reptile? And that has to be leopard geckos. I had 6 people ask me that, so leopard geckos are my favorite reptile, that's why I have 2 of them. And white tree frogs are my favorite amphibians, but I also love the Anaxyrus genus of toads. A lot of people asked how old am I? I am 15. A lot of people asked where do you live? That you don't need to know. It's just somewhere in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. It's in Oregon, but that's all you get. Oh, a lot of people were super kind and just asked hey Hunter, how are you? And I am good. Right now I am feeling a sense of gratitude, and that's just because all of you guys, since I relaunched the merch website, you guys have been just pouring your support by getting lots of merch, and I really appreciate that. So thank you to everyone who has checked out the merch. I feel bad plugging this when I was just talking about gratitude, but if you do want to get this shirt or this design on a mug, a hoodie, shirt, sticker, or other sticker designs, you can head to shop.hunterhouck.com and check that out. And another exciting thing, I just ordered a new camera for my YouTube videos, so I've been filming on a Canon Rebel T7 for the past year now, and I ordered the Sony ZV-1. I'm super excited. I saved up for it for several months, and I finally reached my goal to get this camera. So my video quality is about to double, and yeah, I'm just so excited for it. So thank you all for your support on that. Now, I guess now that we've got the more general questions out of the way, I'm going to jump into the specific questions. Let's see here. The first question is from Lua. Lua asks, what got you into keeping exotic animals, and what was your starter animal into the reptile world? So, what got me into keeping exotic animals? I guess if you consider hamsters exotic animals, that was my first exotic animal. I don't know, I wouldn't really consider them exotic because at this point they're pretty domesticated. Actually, they are domesticated, it's a separate species. So I would say my first truly exotic animal, I guess leopard geckos. Peyton, my leopard gecko, she was my first reptile as well as my first exotic animal if you're considering exotic animals non-domesticated animals. So yeah, Peyton, she is who I have to thank for getting me hooked on reptiles. Thanks for the question, Lua. Okay, time to draw another question. Ooh, this is a good one. Lucy asks, what's an animal you'd love to see in the wild? Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like I would just love to go and see Eublepharus macularius, aka the common leopard gecko in the wild, but I'd also love to see some of the other species of leopard gecko. There's so many species, although I'm blanking on their scientific names, so take my word for it. But I would love to travel to Afghanistan or Pakistan or India and see leopard geckos in the wild, because so many people argue about, oh, they're in tall grassy mountains, or oh, they're in sandy flat deserts, and I would love to be here is what I saw with my own eyes, here's how we should be keeping them. And of course I wouldn't be I saw it, so I am right. But I'd be hey, here's what I saw, definitely check out my video. I would definitely use that to promote my channel, because I was going to start singing Shallow, but I don't want a copyright strike, so. Next question. Gracie, hi Gracie. Gracie asks, if you could keep any amphibian, what would it be? That's a good question. I think white tree frogs are truly my favorite amphibian. Oh, also milk frogs. I really like milk frogs. Thank you so much for the question, Gracie. Jessica from Jessica's Animal Friends asks, what has it been like for you being so active in this reptile community as a young person? And I like how she phrased it, this reptile community, because I feel in the overall reptile hobby, there's little reptile communities, and I found like a very good one that I like. It's been super rewarding for me. I've loved sharing my knowledge and learning from the people in the community, because I think when you keep reptiles, there's only so much reading you can do. You have to learn a lot from people who keep the animal firsthand. Whether that's, I hate to encourage people to join Facebook groups, because Facebook kind of sucks, but I mean, if you don't want to be super active in the reptile community, I would still join some bearded dragon or leopard gecko Facebook groups, and you don't even have to read all the posts, but that way, in case you have an issue, you can ask like, hey, I need some expert advice, and all the experts will certainly give you advice. No tea, no shade, but yeah, I just think it's super important to be active, and I'm super grateful that I've been, as a young person, so well received in the reptile community, because for a while, I don't know, I just felt like an imposter almost. It was like, you're too young to be in the reptile community, but I feel like since I'm keeping reptiles, and at not as large of a scale as you, Jessica, or as large of a scale as probably a lot of the people watching, I do keep a lot of reptile and amphibians, and I love reading scientific research about them and stuff. Like leopard geckos, anytime there's a new scientific study about them, you best believe I've read it. So I just really am grateful that I'm able to learn from and teach so many awesome people in the community. Next question. Davis asks, how's you been? And in those exact words, I have been great. I guess I answered that at the beginning. But yeah, I've been really good, thank you. I hope you've been well too. Next up, here's a short one. Martin says, do you listen to Megan Thee Stallion? I guess I can't start singing because copyright, but occasionally, I mean, I have some of her songs in my playlist, but I don't just like go to her discography and listen or anything. Jocelyn asks, what is your favorite of, or who is your favorite of your reptiles and amphibians? And you guys, I literally wear her face on a shirt several times a week, or a hoodie, or drink my tea out of a mug with her on it. Peyton, she's my favorite reptile, and I don't think it's really a secret, but it's just because she was my first reptile, so I feel a strong connection to Peyton, and I'm super grateful for her because she allowed me to find this passion that I probably wouldn't have found without her, so Peyton. Next, we have Potato Empire says, have you considered breeding or rescuing reptiles? And I have certainly considered breeding reptiles. I guess we'll touch on that first. So Pippin, she is an animal who I would love to breed soon, someday. Obviously she's not quite old enough this year, but next season I'm certainly considering breeding her, so I would look into getting a male blizzard leopard gecko because I do have her genetics and stuff. I know that she's a blizzard leopard gecko. She doesn't carry any heterozygous traits. She was from a super well-known, super reputable breeder, so I would definitely feel comfortable breeding her. But right now I'm not focused on that at all. It's just if the right male blizzard leopard gecko comes along at the right time, I would get him and breed him with Pippin, because I have an incubator. I have 2 incubators just sitting in this closet behind me doing absolutely nothing. So yeah, I would definitely breed blizzard leopard geckos, and long term I would love to breed some other species, but short term blizzard leopard geckos. And then rescuing, yeah, it does say rescuing. I actually co-founded a reptile rescue, a very unique reptile rescue in December of 2019, which is crazy that it was like close to a year and a half ago, or I guess a little over a year ago. It's called Crimson Exotics. You can check out the website linked in the description as always. And so it's a multi-state reptile rescue, so I ended up talking way too long about Crimson Exotics, so be sure to watch this video. Ella asks, how long does editing a normal video for you take? Oh, that's a great question. It usually takes between 4 and 6 hours, plus then I have to do keyword research, which basically is like, what should I name the video? Should I name it Reptile Q&A or answering your questions about reptiles or whatever that is, I have a website that I go to called what's it called? TubeBuddy, and I type in like several title ideas and it searches them and kind of tells me which one is more likely to do well, and then I have to make a thumbnail, which usually takes between 30 or 45 minutes and an hour. 45 minutes is on the low end, an hour is on, I'd say usually about an hour. So all in all, plus filming, which usually takes me, say I want to film a 15-minute video, that's going to take me at least an hour to film, or a 10-minute video would take me like 45 minutes to film, because I like to do lots of B-roll. Obviously, I can't do B-roll in this video because that just wouldn't make sense, but for a normal video, I'd say like all in, it's 8 or 10 hours from planning it, typing out the notes, or in this case, like getting the questions ready, and then having it up on YouTube ready to go. It's quite a bit of work. I feel like there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Also, Ella is checking out a YouTube channel, or is creating a YouTube channel, so I'll definitely shout her out on the community tab sometime once she starts it. Davis asked, how is River literally the prettiest bearded dragon ever? He said beardy, and then question mark, exclamation point, question mark. That's correct. Just, she is, seriously. I can't imagine a prettier bearded dragon than River, so I don't know how. I guess lots of good breeding, and yeah. And then, oh, Ella asked another question. Describe what your crush looks like and how they act. Ooh, sis, don't call me out here. I mean, I don't think I could describe my perfect crush. I mean, like, he would probably be tall and have blonde hair. But yeah, I guess that's it. But anyways, I really want to say a huge thank you to all of you who support my channel. If you want to see me on Instagram every single day as well as my amazing animals, I'm sure that's why most of you would follow. Follow me on Instagram at HunterHouckOfficial, and since I just bought a new camera, if you want to help support the channel, and I guess you'll see the camera in the next video, I'm so excited. If you want to help support the channel, definitely head to shop.hunterhouck.com and check out the merch. I really appreciate all of the support, so thank you all very much. If you did get some knowledge or something out of this video, definitely give a thumbs up, and if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, comment them down below and I'd be happy to answer your questions. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that YouTube lets you know when I do upload, because I upload every Friday and almost every Monday. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.